Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino. Y'all want to ask me about the Chavez Jr. fight. Why I didn't do a post fight. This is why I didn't do a post fight for Chavez Jr. fight. Because there was no post fight to do. That was disgusting. Everybody knew Chavez Jr. was going to win. I put money down on dude anyway. Reyes, he did a decent job. I mean, to me, I think he probably pulled off a draw. If he'd have did a lot of work earlier, I mean, Chavez was throwing punches from February and they just finally arrived in July. He was so slow. You saw all the stuff coming when he was thinking about throwing it. It was ridiculous. I mean, he was so out of shape and he was already picking spots to work. And I'm like, what did Robert Garcia do? He looked just as pitiful as he did when he was with Goosen. He looked just as pitiful as he did when he was with Roach. So sooner or later, it's got to come down to the fighter. Still not making weight, and everybody, Robert's probably, yeah, man, Chavez, man, he's looking really good. I blame the hotel, their scales. No, the fight wasn't supposed to be at 170 anyway, so it didn't even make a difference about the scale. He was already overweight. The weight limit is 168. The scale didn't bring him a meal. He chose to eat and gain weight and now use this discipline to come to the ring. So Robert Garcia, no, he didn't look amazing. It wasn't the other guy. Anybody headbutting is Chavez. He's coming in with that big dome, leaning his head in, looking stupid, and he crying and whining until the referee took a point away. Only in Texas would that happen because his father was sitting right outside, and Texas, They were there because of Senior. Senior was there. They got a chance to meet Senior. That's why the place was packed. Had nothing to do with his dumb self. Nobody wanted to see him. You see, in the middle of the fight, they start turning away and rooting for the other guy. You see his father sitting there in disgust. Nobody's going to be a fan of that guy, no matter how much they're trying to beef him up with bums. And he still won't let that happen because he's too stupid. You was fighting a novice fighter. And the novice fighter was getting his confidence off. It was just what I told y'all yesterday when I was like, yeah, fighting Chavez Jr. is going to be the best fight because he ain't going to make weight, so you're going to make a lot of money off him. And you get to beat on him all night long. He going to throw a couple of punches. He going to be huffing and puffing. You get to beat on him. And you get a check. And now he's crying about a headbutt that he caused. I'm so sick of him. And he's like a spoiled brat. This is why fighters' siblings normally don't do well. If the father, one or the other was great. If one is great, the other one sucks. That's just the way it is. It's been like that with the two brothers fighting always. Sugar Ray Leonard brother like, man, maybe I should get in the ring. And it was like, no, maybe you shouldn't. People do not even remember that. Sugar Ray Leonard brother was fighting. It was like, no, go have a seat. When when Marvin Frazier decided to fight, it was like, no, son, you are not a fighter. Joe was proud and happy his son wanted to follow in his footsteps, but it was like, you are not a fighter. Maury Povich, the results are in, and you are not a fighter. Chavez Jr., you're just not a fighter. You don't have it in you. You're so spoiled and had everything given to you as a baby. You don't have what it takes to kick it into an extra gear and really want it. Your mechanics is terrible. Balance is terrible. This is why he didn't have an amateur career. He just came straight out pro. And he had to learn on the job. And because of his fame, he doesn't want to make the sacrifice. He's just overrated trash. And I'm out.